And how about a frozen mammoth standing up? You ever wonder about that? How do you freeze a mammoth standing up? They found them in permafrost. This is in the Russian museum right now. And how did it get so cold so fast that could flash freeze it? Because they could still find identifiable food in its stomach. It had to be 150 degrees below zero. And then once they froze, how come they didn't thaw out? Because contrary to popular belief, uh, woolly mammoths are not Arctic animals. They don't have wool. They don't have fur. They have hair. And this hair, they don't have any oil glands to make it waterproof. They don't have erector muscles to make it warmer. And so they aren't going to last. I mean, our nose, 1 inch nose gets cold in the winter. I mean, can you imagine if that was 6 feet long? And they eat too much. They drink too much. There's no way they can live up there. So how did they get there, and what froze them, and why didn't they thaw out? Any hunters out there, you shoot something and it doesn't stay up. You know, things that are alive stand up, things that are dead tip over. This thing was standing up. How does that happen? That brings us to the cold hail. Okay, some of that stuff from the fountains of the great deep was going up with such tremendous speed and pressure that it escaped our atmosphere and went into outer space. And it got super cold. And so now there's mud and water and frozen carbon dioxide, which is dry ice. Gets super cold in outer space, comes crashing down on the mammoths. And that's why it froze them. And that's why it was frozen standing up. They're temperate animals. How come they didn't thaw out? That brings it to the big roll. Okay, now keep in mind that the northern mountains and the southern mountains pretty much cancel out except for the Himalayas. The Himalayas, there's nothing in the south to cancel it out. So that big mass of the earth is trying to get to the side. And we'll show you an experiment about that. So just think of, and as it rolls to the side, it's going to bring stuff on the side to the top and stuff on the top to the side. So just think of mammoths living in this temperate climate, and they're getting fat and sassy, a lot of food, a lot of water, and then the Himalayans rise up, and that's going to try to get to the equator, and it's going to bring Mammothville up to Mammoth Chill, where they never thawed out. They're in permafrost. Okay, and we're going to show you an example of this. That orange colored dot on the top is extra weight. So there's more weight on the top than there is on the bottom. And as you can see, that weight's trying to get to the equator. And so it's bringing something that was on the top to the side, and it's bringing something that's on the side to the top. That's why the mammoths got up there. They never froze. And that's how you get these snakes and tortoises and redwood trees on the top. They didn't grow there. They just ended up there. That's how you get tropical palm tree down on the Antarctic, and also alligators and crocodiles and dinosaurs. Okay, and so that's what happened for it. Just the whole earth rolled. They didn't grow there. That's what they ended up. So how did 90 East Ridge form? Well, there's a bulge at the equator, and as it was rolling through the bulge, it cracked the earth right where the Himalayas were coming. So that's, and the crack's 3,000 miles long. So I think the earth rolled 3,000 miles. And that's how you get 90 East Ridge. That's why it's pointed directly at the Himalayas.